Okay, Fatman's going on location to Hatteras Island, North Carolina. We're going to have a couple of guest stars today. We're going to do a little grilling. We're going to have a little beer. Right after we cross the pond, we'll be back.
Of the Veterans Day here in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we have two CV veterans, myself, Jim McDonald, and Doug Reardon, broadcasting live here with the Fatman, and he's nice enough to let us have a little bit of his time here to help him out with his cooking show on Veterans Day. And here today, we're going to do a little twist.
And fade.
And fade. and we're going to do a little twist on pigs in a blanket. Okay, I know the fat man likes pigs in a blanket because he's a fat man. But when we're in North Carolina, there's nothing better than good North Carolina shrimp. Okay, so the little twist on the North Carolina shrimp today, okay, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil just to get a little moisture in the shrimp. Okay, and well, I know the fat man loves cheap beer, and this was only $1.99, so we might as well throw a little of that in there too. All right. So, and then from there, you can't be in North Carolina or anywhere south of Georgia, West Virginia or Virginia, without having Old Bay. Okay. So we're gonna have a little Old Bay in there. Okay. All right. So we got to throw a little Old Bay because we are here in North Carolina, and whether you go to Awful Arthur's, if you go to Howard's Pub, anywhere, you're going to get a little Old Bay. And Dave was nice enough to chop up some fresh basil for me. Tomatoes were grown from in a garden in Stockbridge. Okay, and then you take a dehydrator and you put it in the dehydrator for about 12 hours, and then you get these nice sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, this is a really intense sun-dried tomato taste. All right, so we needed.
Is it Yingling at all?
We will. All right, so we're gonna put 2 shrimp in there because we're special people. We might as well put a basil leaf in there. It's just spinach. David, this is spinach, isn't that? You know, we're gonna use some fresh spinach, some shrimp, and then this is a hot pepper jelly, okay? And what we did with this here in Stockbridge, Massachusetts is, see this picture here? That's all the different peppers that are in this pepper jelly. Okay, there's some poblanos, there's some cayenne, there's a little bit of jalapeno, and what you do is you take all the peppers and you grind them up, okay? And then you add, we got some organic apple cider vinegar and some sugar, and we made.
All right, we've got them all together now. We're ready to roll. We put a little bit of olive oil over the top of them, which give them a little bit of help them brown a little bit and stay moist as we bake them. And then we're going to take a little bit of fresh basil and just put the basil right over the top. Sometimes we're going to miss, sometimes we're going to hit it.
I know you missed one.
Well, we got that basil out there. We got the flavor. It's going to bake right in as we cook these away. We'll be back to show you what they look like when they're done. Mmm, good.
For our next Veterans Day dish today, we're going to do a beer can chicken. This beer can chicken is kind of a little special because we raised this out in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, home of Alice's Restaurant in Arla Guthrie. And what we do with this is we take a dry rub, okay? So you take your favorite dry rub, and what you really have to do is spread it pretty evenly around the whole chicken, okay? Obviously we're gonna have to clean up after this because it's all over the counter. Okay, so we're gonna take, this is a combination of different dry rubs that I really like to use, and I mix like 3 or 4 together, okay? And what you really want to do is you want to make sure you coat the skin very well, okay? And this chicken here is a Cornish cross, okay? Today is Veterans Day in 2012, okay? It's So November 11th, the Patriots are playing Buffalo today. And it's a big game for the Patriots because
They're all big games.
They're all big games. But, sometimes the Patriots just play better against the good teams than they do the bad teams.
That's why they're all big games.
That's why they're all big games. Exactly. Okay? But what I like to do with this, okay, is I like to put the rub not only on the outside of the skin and rub it in while I put plenty inside the chicken too, okay? And then what I like to do is I like to come in here, open up the skin a little bit. If you slide your finger underneath the skin, and then you toss a little of this rub under there, okay? So for the people that aren't eating the skins, they also get some nice spicy chicken on the chicken breast, okay? This chicken here, it's a little while ago, okay? We used a good Kingsford charcoal and went and put some chunks of cherry. My favorite smoke is cherry. Okay, a lot of people like mesquite, they like, but to me, cherry, apple, they're my favorite smoking chicken.
Now we're using beer in the chicken too to cook the chicken.
Right.
And what we've decided to do is not use a foreign beer anymore, but because it's Veterans Day, we're going to use the brewery that is the oldest continuously running brewery in the United States, Yuengling. Matter of fact, I can even give you a story about Dick Yuengling, because my wife, being from Pennsylvania, when she first moved north to join me, couldn't get Yuengling lager. So we actually, or I won't say we actually, she wrote Dick Yuengling a letter. And about a month later, Dick Yuengling called the house. She wasn't home. I answered the phone, and Dick and I had a little conversation. And he was concerned why I was so baffled that they didn't serve, they didn't have Yuengling up north. And I said, well, Dick, we've been drinking this all the time in Pennsylvania. We can't get it up north. It's a great product. Why can't you spread that out? And he said he was a small brewery and he had to keep everybody locally happy. And in order to do that, he couldn't expand out. He said, but hopefully down the road they would. And they built a brewery in Florida, or they purchased a brewery in Florida, and now they're up and down the East Coast. So we're glad for that. And to the oldest American brewery, Dick Yuengling is going in the turkey, or the chicken. And we'll see you out at the grill.
Thank you, Dave. We have a couple shrimp left here. What we're going to make our fish taco with today is some red snapper. We're down here on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we went up to O'Neill's Fish Warehouse, which is one of the best places to buy fish in the world. And we got the red snapper, so we're going to show you how we're going to construct this in a little bit of. But when we put the beer can chicken on the grill, we're going to show you how to grill the onions, grill the garlic, grill some pineapple, and then we're going to make a slaw that we're going to be putting on top of our fish tacos, and it's just going to be out of this world great. All right, and once again, it is 11/11/12, Veterans Day, and if you know a veteran, please go out there and thank him for me and yourself. Thank you. Okay, one of my favorite, when I come to North Carolina, every time I come to North Carolina, I go to the Dollar General, and they have this stuff that's called soul seasoning. You can get this for $1, and it's really great. Sometimes you go into a grocery store and you're paying $6-7 for a little jar of spice. But this soul seasoning is one. It's been in the closet a little long, so But we're gonna put a little bit of this on here, and this is a great fish blackening rub that I'm also gonna put a little of that on. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in, mix it up, flip the whole pile of the red drum over. Okay, and then we're gonna start over. Put a little bit more of this on, a little bit more of this on. Okay. And then we're gonna get it all ready to roll. Okay. Hey, and the Fat Man, remember the Fat Man? It used to be his show before I came along. Okay, so the Fat Man's going to take it over from here.
We're going to blacken a little bit of that fish with a little bit of butter that we laid on this pan. We'll throw that down there. And we're also going to take the leftover shrimp we had when we made the wraps, and we're going to blacken that up too, right on this little grill. And we'll have some blackened fish. And then once this fish is all blackened and ready to roll, we're going to come back to Mac. The new Mac Show. In a minute. Right back at you.
Full North Carolina red drum. Almost to the point that we're going to start to drizzle them with a nice taco seasoning, okay? And what I have here is I have cumin, I have oregano, I have onion powder, onion salt, garlic, salt. I have lots of stuff in here, okay? And I'm gonna make like a beer battered taco seasoning that I'm gonna start to drizzle on our fish tacos, okay?
Is this just regular
So-
shrimp?
Okay,
Can I have
so
a
if we
paper
just mix
towel?
this up, oh, hope I didn't put too much. Is there such thing as too much beer? I don't know. Might be a little bit, but this is gonna be good. Okay, we're gonna stir it, stir it, stir it. Okay, Dave, you have flipped all those out once already?
Yes, I have.
Alright, so what I'm going to start to do is while they're just about cooked, we're going to start to drizzle all this nice taco seasoning over it, okay? And it's the onion salt, the onion powder, the cumin, the garlic salt, garlic powder, and all this stuff. It's going to
I
start,
think it's the funniest
and we're just going to keep on drizzling this on this beautiful red bread,
I think this
okay?
is the funniest thing I've ever
And-
seen in my whole life.
Okay? We're going to keep on getting this all nice and happy.
Crazy.
Okay.
I never thought.
And if you've never had red rum before out of the Baltimore Sound, off the North Carolina, you know, just look at this. Look at this. I mean,
Yeah, you need to like have
that's incredible. Okay. Oh, I dropped it, but I wanted to pick it up and eat it, but I wanted to be polite too. Okay, so we're gonna keep putting this beautiful taco seasoning, beer battered taco seasoning. Okay. This stuff's just about done. Okay, turn it down just a little bit on a nice low to get this all nice and happy and all nice and really with the taco seasoning and the beer. Okay, and pretty soon what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of chop all this stuff up really nicely. Okay, and then we're going to take our tortilla shells. Okay, and then this is the way that our and don't.